What is going on, members of the Shy Guys Squad and MPL fans alike? My name is Dan, otherwise known as Danekii, and I'm sorry that this is very late. This should have been up, well, for me it's going to be 2 days ago, but yesterday, as the team builder for Blake and the Baltimore Braviaries. I'm, of course, your head coach of the St. Louis Sableyes, and we are playing, in fact, I'm messing up this. It's been so long since I last recorded, but, we are in fact playing Blake of the Baltimore Braviaries. Rematch. We got absolutely demolished week 1, and we are here to try to take revenge and see how we do. So without further ado, let's just dive into our team as well as what Blake can possibly bring. So, as you guys know, our team consists of Weavile, Gudra, Greninja, Megalodios, Scolipede, Redisteel, Emboar, Jolteon, Golurk, and Slurpuff. While Blake's draft consists of Manaphy, Infernape, Nidoqueen, Megaglalie, Skarmory, Raikou, Whimsicott, Braviary, Crawdon, Tyrantrum, and Uxie. Last time we played him, he had a Sandslash, but he dropped that in week 4 for his Braviary because I don't know if he really wanted his mascot, I'm guessing, which is fine. But yeah, so we've built a team here, got some help from a couple people just to set it up right. So starting off here, we have Emboar. With the Choice Scarf, we can outspeed everything on his team that we need to outspeed. I think we might speed tie Whimsicott unless we're like 1 speed point faster or something like that. I'm not quite 110% sure. Confirm that real quick. Whimsicott level 50. I know you guys can hear my keyboard because it's kind of loud. Let's see. Pure, max speed, and timid. Pure offensive, 184 versus. Gotta go this. Gotta go here. Go 25. 168. So we outspeed base 100s. That's what we went for. We outspeed his Megaglalie. We outspeed the Manaphy. Raikou isn't that scary. Infernape isn't really that scary either. And the same falls for Whimsicott. Whimsicott isn't really quite terrifying either, but we outspeed his base 100s. And that's really all that matters. We could have went to outspeed everything, but I decided against it. I wanted more power and be able to outspeed the likes of Manaphy, and Megaglalie is just beautiful. So we decided to do that. We were running Earthquake, Wild Charge, Super Flare Blitz, because to be honest, with those 4 moves, there's nothing on Blake's team that really can switch in on this thing. Like, he has to predict which one of these 4 I can do, because each one of these 4 hurt something on his team really hard. And that's just with Emboar. If it comes in at the right time, it can hurt something really, really bad. And that's what we're trying to do here with Emboar this week. Just kind of, clean. Every time it comes in, it basically gets a kill, and that's what we want to do this week. But that is Emboar. It has the leftovers in HP, just to hit that odd number HP. And we also have that max attack, though, just to slam something, to destroy it, send it into its grave. But yeah, that's Emboar this week. Enough to outspeed the base 100s and rest in offense. Next up is the current MVP of the team, Bianca Megalodios. Currently sitting at like 6 kills and 3 deaths, I think. I think that's where we are right now. And beautiful thing about Latias, Calm Mind, Psychic, Thunderbolt, and Roost. We don't need to bring anything else, which is absolutely phenomenal. Gotta say, really like that a lot, because let's see, what was it about it? Calm Mind we can set up on anything. We just gotta scout out for what it says, because there's a lot of things that, oh, come on, why? Oh, come on, MPL chat, why? Anyway, yeah, you guys can hear my phone in the background, I don't know. I might put it on silent, actually. I'm still here, so we can continue it. Let's see, do that. No more calling from the MPL. Okay, so we have Calm Mind because we can set up on a lot of Blake's mons pretty freely. once we find out if they're somewhat offensive. If they're defensive, I can set up really easily. I have Psychic because it hurts. He really has nothing to take a Psychic. He has a Skarmory, he has a Crawdaunt, and what do those two have in common? They're weak to Thunderbolt. He has a Uxie, but in a 1v1 against Uxie, Latias wins. So I'm not too worried about it. I guess there's Tyrantrum, but Tyrantrum's special defense is piss poor. What else we got? Raikou as a potential mon we can set up on. Glalie. Glalie is not a mon that we set up on. That's just not how it works. Same goes for Infernape because U-turns hurt. And Manaphy, depending on its set, is something we also can set up on. So it's interesting. Like, Mega Latias really does a lot of work. Last time I came off on the wrong end and I had a too offensive spread. This one's a lot more defensive with the enough speed outspeed base 100s, as you guys can see. A lot of bulk, and basically it doesn't even need special attack because Latias is so naturally strong, and just boosting its physical bulk a little bit helps me a lot against Blake's team. So as you can see, we have 204 in HP, 124. The defense is actually the left. The HP is actually the leftover, I think, because we decided outspeed base 100s, and then we didn't need max HP against this team, so we put the leftovers into the defense stat, and with that we can really deal with most things that Blake wants to bring, which is really nice. And Mega Latias is just showing off. Finally, I'm starting to get a hold of a little bit how Mega Latias is supposed to be used, and I'm starting to really like it, to be fair. But yeah, that is Latias this week. And next on we have Raikage, which is our Jolteon. I probably can't even say it right, but that's a different story for a different time. Now, Raikage is quite the interesting little fella. We outspeed Whimsicott. We outspeed the Whimsicott. Got HP Ground because we can hit the Raikou and the Nidoqueen. We got Volt Switch, Hidden Power Ground, Heal Bell, and Thunderbolt with 100 HP, 4 in defense, 8 in speed def, 248 special attack, and 148 speed. So we got some decent bulk on this thing, surprisingly enough. Didn't really think I would use it like this. We also have the Sableyes to boost the power of our Volt Switches and the Thunderbolts. Heal Bell is mainly there because Blake's team throws status. He has Stun Spore on the Whimsicott. He can have Toxic on literally anything. Skarmory can use Toxic. He can have Toxic Spikes Nidoqueen, even though we can't switch in on that. But if NASCAR Bug is gone and we need to switch into something grounded, we have Heal Bell. And it's just going to be essential to not let one of our main sweepers get weakened too much. So, also there's Scaldburn, the nightmare that is Scaldburn. So, we got Jolteon. It's going to serve as a, I want to call it a somewhat defensive pivot. It's not really a defensive pivot. It's, I guess it's a mixed pivot kind of thing, because there's Volt Switch, but it's also Cleric. It's an interesting spread for Jolteon this week, that's for sure. It deals with what it needs to deal with, really. It prevents Raikou from going sub CM, like from setting up comments in my face, because HP Ground breaks the sub when he's not +1. So if he tries to set up a sub on Jolteon, I can just go for HP Ground, and then that sub is popped. So that is great. The only thing is this set kind of gets walled in a little bit by Whimsicott, but that's not too much of an issue that I think about. And I could always switch out anyways with Volt Switch and just get some pressure on him. So next up, we have a Regimeal, the Registeel, a Stealth Rock, Thunder Wave, Seismic Toss, and Rest. Fully physically offensive with 4 in speed and a careful nature with the Rocky Helmet. This is my designated Mega Glalie counter. Anything that Glalie can do, Earthquake is Natuko, and Double Edge and stuff will just give him a lot of recoil damage. So, we got Stealth Rock just to pressure his team, because his team doesn't like hazards. He has Skarmory for defog, and that's his hazard removal. I think Braviary gets, I don't think Braviary gets defog. Don't think it does. But yeah, that's like his main option of hazard removal, which is Skarm. So pressuring that, and then Thunder Wave is to slow down his faster attackers, like he can slow down Glalie, slow down Infernape, slow down Manaphy if he's not a Rain Dance, Tail Glow. can slow down Whimsicott, can slow down Braviary, Crawdon, Tyrantrum, Uxie. Can slow down everything except for like Raikou. And Nidoqueen, which is nice. So it's just a bulky wall that's just meant there to more so take hits and be switching. We have Rest just so we can heal up again against a couple different mons. Just get our HP back, and then we also have Heal Bell on Jolteon, so that works hand in hand to clear out the sleep. And Seismic Toss is just, I thought about Iron Head, but there's too many factors, and I'd rather just have Seismic Toss to do 50 guaranteed damage to anything on this team. So, that is Registeel this week. Pretty simple, pretty defensive, like, it's just a defensive simple spread. Now, next up, we got NASCAR Bug, which is our Scolipede. Scolipede has, ever since we picked him up, he's been proven to do a lot of work. Now, yes, he doesn't have the best record, but as support, he has done a lot. I think he is 1 in 3 or something right now. I'm not quite sure about that. I think he is, yeah, he's 1 in 3 right now, which isn't the best, but he has been he's been great support for our team. Getting those speed boost baton passes are really huge, and just in general, Scolipede has provided nice damage output to the, like, it's been chipping down things. It may not look like it has done much, but it has certainly done a lot. Now we have Protect, Megahorn, EQ, and Baton Pass. Now, Protect is just to get that speed boost going in case if we want to go into something like, you know, I don't know. We have a couple things that can take advantage of it. Embor, if it gets it, that means it outspeeds everything. Latios can certainly take it and then have like enough speed to outspeed those. Whimsicott, Infernape, and Raikou, as well as, you know, being able to pace out any base 100 Scarfers. We have, well, you don't really need. And of course we have Trickulator, which we'll get to, but just having a speed boost baton pass option is always nice to have it there, and it's also just like, you know, safe switch, because say if they predict a switch or something, or they predict like an attack on Scolipede, they want to attack Scolipede, I go for baton pass to like switch out into a more favorable matchup. I can do so. If they switch, I can, and they make the switch out first, I can know what they're going into and then make a switch appropriate to what they switched into, well, what Blake will switch in. And we got EQ because it hurts a lot of his team, and Megahorn is just a nice stab that can really hurt the Uxie. So, once again, I guess Scarm is quite an issue for the set, but of course that's where the Baton Pass comes in, and we can just go into something that destroys the Skarmory. So yes, I did prep for Skarm, for sure. Now, last but not least this week, this is a set that I think is even more odd than my Jolteon set. We have a Greninja here with the Assault Vest, with a Water Shuriken, HP Electric, Ice Beam, and Dark Pulse. 148 speed is just enough to outpace the, I think, yeah, 185. I think I'm outpacing the, I think I decided to outpace the Infernape. I think that what it was, that I was meant to outpace Infernape's Mach Punch. In case he brought that, so let's see, if you're jolly, yeah, I outpace Infernape's Mach Punch with my Water Shuriken, so I have some super effective damage on it. Got some decent natural bulk, well, just boosted natural bulk, with some attack EVs just to hit slightly harder. Hold on, where's this? Sure, 52. There we go. Just to hit slightly harder with the Water Shuriken. We have HP Electric for the Scarm. I think that's what we brought. HP Electric. Brought it for the Scarm and the, yeah, we brought it for the Scarm and Crawdon, I think. Yeah, Scarm, Crawdon, and just have something to hit Manaphy. We have Ice Beam and Dark Pulse as well. Dark Pulse Stab and Ice Beam just hits a lot of mons on Blake's team pretty hard. Like, it hits Nidoqueen pretty hard. It hits the Whimsicott. I mean, and so Ice Beam is also for the Whimsicott. It hits Braviary. It hits Tyrantrum. So it hits a lot of his team pretty good. And this Greninja set, I feel like can put in some work, and it's going to be interesting to run Water Shuriken. So, oh shit, it's almost 15 minutes. Well, I gotta round this up. So that has been the team builder for Blake and the Baltimore Braviaries. I'm probably gonna smack this and the battle into one video since it's Sunday, and then I will talk to you guys in a bit for the actual battle. So battle will start around 15:30 or something like that. Well, it's gonna be in the description. I don't know why I'm repeating. I don't know why I'm saying it right here. But anyways, I'll see you guys soon in the actual battle.
First of all, sorry about the poor audio quality in the team builder. I didn't realize that I was using my camera mic, my like webcam mic, because for some reason it has a built-in mic, which is kind of dumb. Sorry about that. But we are here now. It's just Andy versus Blake. That's because I got my boy Danekii to like record the match for me, which I really do appreciate. Thank you so much, Danekii. Means a lot. And this is the actual battle. So Blake brought Glalie, Manaphy, Whimsicott, Crawdaunt, Nidoqueen, and Raikou, and you guys saw the entire team building section, and if you didn't, well, you're a dick. Nah, I love you guys, and I want to thank you guys so much for the support. We're on our road to 500 right now, which is absolutely amazing to me. We passed 400 like a week ago or something, and that really just hits me right here, like right in the heart. It means a lot that you guys just check out the videos and stuff. But if you guys enjoyed this, I mean, we're not done yet, but you know, if you guys enjoyed this, make sure to hit that like button down below, because your support is greatly appreciated. And without further ado, let's get right into the battle and see how it went. I'm probably gonna play some Undertale Remixes or something in the background. But here we go. Blake is issuing a challenge, and he leads with Tesla, which is his shiny Raikou. And I am going to lead with my Raikage, which is my Jolteon, and I'm just gonna Volt Switch out of here, just figuring out what this Jolteon Raikou, what this Raikou wants to do. Sorry about that. So I'm gonna Volt Switch out here into my Latias. I think that's what I did. I'm pretty sure that I Volt Switched here into my Bianca, the Latias, just like so. He goes for a Reflect, and I was thinking, what? Reflect? Huh? What? So I figured I'd get Mega Evolve here. I could probably just get a free Calm Mind since he's Reflect, which means he's some kind of weird defensive, some sort of defensive Raikou. So I'm just gonna go for a Calm Mind here in his face. And since we switched out, we outspeed this, and he is going to try to go for a Toxic, but he misses. So I'm faster than this Raikou, which is beyond me. I was kind of shocked, to be honest. So here he's going to switch into Mimsy, which is his Whimsicott, and I am just going to click Psychic, and unfortunately for Blake, I'm going to get a crit, which I guess in hindsight it didn't really matter too much. It might have, it may not have. In hindsight, I don't think it did. But we get a crit. It sucks. We're up 6-5 early, which seems to be a common trend. But we usually get destroyed after that. So I'm just gonna click Psychic again. Figured why not. He's probably gonna Toxic, and that does like half, which is really, really nice. I could have probably set up a Calm Mind here, maybe, and weaken down this Raikou even more on the following turn. But instead, I decide here to click Thunderbolt. I decided to figure if he switches, like I don't think there's a lot he can do to me. So I click Thunderbolt on the incoming Crawdaunt, which I was like, that's a play right there. If that is in a play, I don't know what is. I was ahead, and I decided to predict, and I got the prediction right. He switched into Crawdaunt, and Latias gets 2 kills, so that's awesome. The next up, he's going to switch into Gumdrop, the Manaphy, and I figured, you just saw T-Bolt, why would you switch in? Are you Walk-On? Like, week 1? So I'm here saying he's Walk-On, so I figured let's just click Psychic right now. He looked like he wanted like a somewhat free switch into Raikou, baiting the Thunderbolt. I mean, even so, I could have just picked him off the next turn, so I don't particularly agree with that play. I figured just Psychic, because if he's Walk-On, I do over half anyways to the Manaphy, which is a threat to me. Now in comes Manaphy again, and I'm thinking, we're up 6-3, which I'm just like, what? What is going on right now? So I go for a Psychic, it does about 56, and he goes for a Heart Swap, and I'm like, what? What does that even do? So I figured out how to switch his stats, so now he's +1/+1, and I'm just at neutral. So that kind of sucks. So I figured, Latias, I'm going to get you out of here. I'm going to switch into my Jolteon because, as you guys saw, we're somewhat defensive. We have 100 EVs and HP. So he's gonna go for a Ice Beam here. I can take that pretty decently, and the Reflect's gonna wear off. So he was like Clay Raikou. It has been 8 turns since he set it up. So I'm gonna go for T-Bolt here, and that's going to take the Manaphy out. So we're up 6-2, which is insane. I'm sitting here freaking out. Like, are we actually gonna 6-0 Blake? That's insane. So here I'm like, nah, it's not worth it. I'm just gonna I'm gonna save my Latias Toxic instead of preserving it. There's no point. Feel bad. And he goes for the Ice Punch. So I'm just like, okay, I can take that. So if you want to give me it, like, not take me out, because at this point I feel like Blake should have just attacked what's in front of him and not made predictions. But I guess he predicted my Latias, and then he goes for the Earthquake on the following turn. So I go into NASCAR Bug. Scolipede is out here. We're up 6-2, so I'm thinking, like, what can possibly go wrong at this point? Like, is Nidoqueen gonna sweep me? So I go for a Protect here, just to assure that I outspeed everything, and in case something goes wrong, I can just Baton Pass out here. So I'm just gonna go for an Earthquake myself right now, and that is going to do some decent damage to this Nidoqueen, which means it's somewhat defensive. I guess HP invested. Not defensive, because if it was physically defensive, it would do a lot less. But he's gonna go for an Ice Punch here again, which, once again, I'm kind of, like, unsure about that. But he's going to go here as I get my speed boost. I'm gonna go for Protect, scouting for the Sucker Punch, in case, like, I've seen Blake run it before, so if he has Sucker Punch, then he would go for it now to try to pick me off. But he clicks the EQ, which makes me assume that he doesn't have the, to make sure that he doesn't have the Sucker Punch. Assuming, I don't know, he might be Stealth Rock 3 attacks or something. I mean, we saw EQ and Ice Punch, so I don't know what his last attack would be, but I'm assuming Stealth Rocks. So here the Nidoqueen is gonna fall, and I'm up 6-1, and I'm thinking, what the fuck is going on? I'm sorry right now, I just gotta express, what the hell is going on? Am I 6-0ing one of the best players in the league? What the hell? I am just in shock. I may sound monotone, but that's because it's like midnight, past midnight, I'm tired. But I'm still just like, what the fuck? So I switch into Registeel because I want to preserve this 6-0 now. I kind of want this. And he's going to Mega Evolve into that Mega Glalie. That boy Mega Glalie, there he is. Look at his beautiful jaw that he just crushed in anger because he wanted to become stronger. So he's going to go with the Ice Shard, trying to pick off my Scolipede. And then he clicks the Earthquake, which, like I mentioned in Team Builder, it's not a 2 KO. Like, he needed that extra, like, Ice Shard damage, so he would have put me, like, I could have taken 2 EQs, and then he would have been Ice Shard. But then I'm gonna paralyze him, like, put on a T-Wave, and then I'm gonna switch out. It might not have been the brightest switch in the world, since he did click EQ, but I saw I could take any EQ and the following up Ice Shard. I think that's what it was. But I go for the Flare Blitz here on his paralyzed turns. That kind of sucks for him that he got fully paralyzed there. But I'm going to go for Flare Blitz and take him down. And Glalie falls. None of our monsters are dead. I'm in shock right now. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? We just 6-0'd Blake. What the actual hell? Like, first of all, I'm a lord. I played Blake like goddamn. He didn't have a chance. Like, I predicted his every move. I was like, what did I just do? I'm so in shock right now, and that's definitely what they call a comeback. Because we've been going right now. Gotta read off. Lost 5-0 week 1 to this guy. 5-0. Because that goddamn Manaphy pissing me off. I'm telling you right now. That Manaphy week 1 got 4 kills. Glalie destroyed my Gothitelle, and even Skarmory killed something against me. I'm like, nah, I'm not okay with this. We managed to kill the Whimsicott last time, that was it. So, he 5-0'd us last time. We lost 2-0 to Cypher because that stupid Kyurem, and then he decided to do the Infestation Toxic, or the Infestation Scald Tentacruel, which was kind of a waste. But, you know, we're not going to bring that up, we're done with that. Then we 2-0'd due to luck. The Poison Jab crit definitely mattered. But if he Aqua Jetted, then it wouldn't have mattered anyway. So, you know, depends on how you look at it. We lost to Dench's Clefable due to paralysis. So that sucks. I could have taunted, but then I guess it wouldn't really have changed a lot. We would have lost that game. Last week, we lost to the Armaldo, which both hurt me and made me proud because Armaldo killed stuff and it was cool. But this week, due to that bounce back from 5-0, 7-0, well, try and think minus differential here. We got 5, still minus 5, minus 6, minus, let's see what, those two are 6 and 12. No, yeah, 12. So we have had minus 12 on our loss side, and now we have plus 8 on the winning side, so we have had a 2-0 and a 6-0. So we're 2-4 now, minus 4, which is a huge bounce back from being 1-4 minus 10, I think. Yeah, from being 1-4 minus 10. I'm sorry, I'm just rambling here. If you've clicked off, if you clicked off, you're not listening to what I'm saying right now, but if you're still here, you're awesome. I want to thank you so much for watching, because you are cool. Now next week we play Jordy of the Leeds Rhyhorns. That's going to be an interesting match right there. We'll see if we can come up with some creative sets that can take his team down. I have a few plans in mind. Also, our capture card came back from Katsukitty, in case you guys are wondering. It came back. Follow me on Twitter, I tell you guys about it there. Right now, I'm currently sitting waiting for an email from Katsu to tell me if like they can pass me a new what's it called? If they can pass me a brand new what is it called? A new product key, because I've lost my receipt from a while back, and now I don't know where it is. So I definitely need, I need some help from someone to I need some help from Katsu or something to get that going again. That would be lovely if we can use our capture card again, because then I can record my own matches. We can do some OU live, we can do some live Wi-Fi battles, and we can do some LPs. We can do some wonder battles with Dench is something I want to do. I want to do some free-for-alls on the channel, just have some 3DS content for you guys instead of just the MPL. TBU is done, by the way, and in case you guys were wondering what happened there, we got 5-0 by Sky. We're eliminated from playoffs, and to be honest, thank God. No offense or anything, I enjoyed myself in TBU, but my draft was ass. I've been so miserable with that goddamn draft since it was done week 1. I'm like, oh my god, just end it already. Just get done. The fact that we even won 2 battles is amazing. I'm astounded by that. I don't know why I'm still rambling. I'm just dragging this on. But I didn't want to give you guys an update as well. I'll probably mention that in title or in the beginning of the description. Update at the end. But let's see. Let's double check here. So we beat the SS and the St. Louis Chatots for wow. I don't even know how. We played really well. Sis forfeited after he left or something. Then we got 3-0 by Riz. He destroyed us because Abomasnow versus Quagsire isn't a good matchup, and we decided both to use our viewer pick that week. I beat Bubby Boy 3-0, so that was cool. And then I lost 5-0 to GG Gothenburg Archumps and Skyrander. If I would have won that, I would have been in playoffs. But to be honest, if I actually won that, I would have just been like, nah. But on the bright side of things, Greninja ended up with 9 kills, so that was kind of cool. But yeah, so that is TBU update. And we mentioned next week is against Jordy, so that's going to be cool. CPL versus Trick will probably be up sometime soon. That was a really cool game. I enjoyed it a lot, and Trick is a really chill dude. So link to Blake's channel, of course, will be in the description. Link to Dench's channel will also be in the description, because he joined my team. He clicked the buttons when I told him to. He's an awesome dude. You guys should definitely go subscribe, because Dench is just awesome. Denchy Bibi is awesome. I love him. I mean, not like that, but Dench is awesome. So that's just the end of the line. But definitely go ahead on over to their channel, show some support for helping me out. Oh, and of course being my opponent this week. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm gonna get out of here, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Peace.